I just saw another fly.
Really?
Yep. It's happening again. Flymageddon.
Are you going to clap?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
No. I guess
Nah.
it's not necessary.
nah, not gonna clap this time. Whoops.
Can I clap just because I like clapping?
Sure. Might help me. Well, maybe not. That's probably not, but that's okay.
That is okay.
So happy 4th of July to our American listeners. Happy July 4th to all of our international listeners. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, Vietnam, for your continued support. The scat requests keep rolling in. Yeah. 4th of July, though. You want to talk about what we did?
Not much. Actually, I would say, like, honestly, any holidays we spend with family, and because we're in Colorado and that's where my family's located, obviously we're usually hanging out with them. But my favorite part was after drinking quite a bit, like you came up kind of later in the day, you guys were working, you and Kyle, my brother, and I was drinking. I had some beer. I had some of those, fancy boozy water drinks. I had some gin drinks.
White Claw.
Yeah, whatever. And then, the campfire, like that was really fun. Hanging out, building the fire, and then pulling out the ladder and trying to put lights on the roof of the garage, which is detached from the house. But I had a couple of drinks, a lot of drinks, and I was like putting the lights on top of the garage, holding it up by putting rocks. And yeah, it was pretty good. You guys were just laughing about it. I didn't hear what you guys were saying, but we thought it was a good idea at the time, and it's still up. So I say it works. Not a danger to anyone.
Nope, just some big rocks on a slant. Possible that they could fall, but
They're pretty secure.
yeah, we'll fix that before the wedding.
Those rocks are actually, they have a funny story themselves, because there was one day that my mom and Brian were all like, let's build like a pathway from the house to the garage, but we'll need some rocks to do that. And they had driven back and forth, to Estes Park, and there was like some sort of like, what do you call that when the rocks fall down? Avalanche of some sort, like a little one.
Rock slide.
Yeah, rock slide. So there was a big pile of like rocks, probably like, I don't know, like 2 fists big, a little bit bigger. And we just drove up and started throwing rocks in the back of the truck. This was like not quite halfway to Estes Park, but just kind of down a little bit. And we loaded up the back of their truck and came down and threw them all. We started making a path, decided it was stupid, and then we just propped them all up against the garage. So
Nice.
yeah, it was
Rocks on rocks.
I know. And then when people were driving by, because we weren't sure if it was, obviously these aren't our rocks, like, can we take these rocks? But anytime anyone would drive by, we would just like quick stop and like drop the rocks and pretend we weren't doing anything.
It's a weird thing to feel like you don't want to get caught stealing rocks.
Yeah, who knows?
It's not stealing, I don't know.
Exactly.
Harvesting rocks.
Right? So if you don't really know, then like you can't be too safe. You just
can't be too safe. Never be too safe.
You can be very safe.
You could be.
Can never be too safe. Right?
Never be too safe. Oh. Sorry, B.
No, you're fine. Yeah, 4th of July was pretty good. No problems with that. Although, I wasn't even hungover the next day. But yeah, I felt like it was a little odd. I guess even last year, I don't feel like the fireworks here were like crazy, like the neighbors shooting stuff off, but they were shooting fireworks off until it felt like it was like 5 a.m. Like I feel like I could see the sun coming up outside, still shooting fireworks off, which is crazy. I don't know. I guess I just don't imagine people could stay up that late, and especially doing fireworks. Like, what the hell?
It's like one weekend a year that you have somewhat of an excuse to let them go. So
that's fair.
I don't know. I slept through it, so
Well, me too. I'm
it's
just
okay
saying,
with it.
like at one point I woke up and it was like kind of early and I swear I like was hearing the fireworks going off still.
Could have been. Yeah. A lot of it doesn't stop on the 4th. We figured that out.
No? Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought you meant like just everywhere in general there's always fireworks. But yeah, people were launching shit off like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I mean, what was 4th of July? It was on Thursday. So it's like 4th of July weekend, I guess. Like, I hate when holidays are midweek. It just doesn't make sense to me. They should just like know that the holiday is on that weekday and push the celebrations off for like that weekend.
But then you don't get the day off of work.
Yeah. Maybe they could just give you a Friday or a Monday off, and that way you can have that holiday on the weekday.
Yeah.
Still get paid. Like, that would be nice for people that don't get paid salary.
That's true. I think I would take that option. Friday over Thursday. Take the long weekend.
I don't see why not.
Blow my fingers off with some bottle rockets.
I kept seeing people posting memes about that shit, losing fingers or whatever, but it's old people that keep posting memes about that like it's old. Get something new. Like, we get it. You think it's funny people are going to blow their fingers off, but it's old.
Uh-oh. It's old. Old alert.
Yeah.
Grandmas and grandpas, stop posting about blowing your fingers off.
We get it.
We get it. Yeah, I did see a lot of that.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I know I can think it, well, I don't have a lot of friends, so like mostly it's your friends posting that stuff.
Uh-oh.
So Eli's friends,
Stop
posting that stuff.
She's calling you out.
Well, not even stuff, that particular thing. Anyways, I don't know. I hate when people repeat. It's like, what is that? The May meme with Justin Timberlake. It's going to be, I hate that one too.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, every opportunity
every year.
to just, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I hear you.
And see, that's not a holiday. Like, that's not even anything to joke about.
You're right. Justin Timberlake is absolutely not something to joke about. He should be taken very seriously.
I feel like there's a lot of Justin Timberlake haters.
I think so,
like,
too.
what is that? Why does he get such a bad rap? I don't know.
People are jealous. People are jealous of a successful man who can sing, dance, act.
To be fair,
funny.
I didn't even like really care about him at all. And then I met you and you were like obsessed with his music. And so then I was like, oh, I guess I have to like his music and this guy because Eli likes him. So now I feel like if I see anywhere or hear anything like people talking shit like I don't like Justin Timberlake, I just have like a little grudge against them. Like,
I think
how
that's
could you?
fair. I do too, and I don't know them, but I do too. It started, I really want to say 2003. I could be off by a year or two, plus or minus, but my mom's friend had a family member getting married, and my mom was taking my brothers and I to this wedding, and we stopped at Target. We stopped at Target before we left for the road trip to get to this wedding, and we picked up a few CDs. I want to say that Josh got something serious that he liked. It was just Josh and I deciding the CDs. My oldest brother, Josh, and I. So he got something he liked, I think. But I certainly remember we got Sean Paul's CD, whatever the Get Busy, whatever CD that song was on. We got
what a
that.
Random choice.
Oh, no. That was hot at that time.
That's like when I got the Hey Outcast CD, and I only like that one song. And I remember sorry, this is sidetrack. We'll get back to your story in a second. But I wanted that CD. I was like a baby, and I only liked that one song on there. And then I remember we were driving somewhere and we had it playing. I fell asleep in the car and I woke up and they were like swearing and rapping, and I was like, oh. My mom's like, this is your CD. I was like, holy shit. I didn't listen to him before that. And then, yeah. But anyways.
It was, well, I mean,
popular at the time.
Outkast has a lot of dope.
I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, you got Sean Paul.
We got Sean Paul.
That's like the Jamaican rapper guy?
Yeah. Canadian Jamaican.
Nice.
We got Lil Kim.
Oh.
The one where
That's
her
great.
tits are covered by just like the overall straps or something. La Bella Mafia. It has Magic Stick. Why am I drawing blanks? The Jump Off. Thank you.
I got the magic stick.
Yeah. Great album. And then we got Justified, Justin
okay.
Timberlake. And that has Cry Me a River and some of those other bangers on it. But we got pretty much all of those as jokes because we knew that we were going to be listening to these CDs on the trip. And we also knew that our other brother Jordan wouldn't like any of it. So it was multifaceted, but it ended up being a blessing because it really sparked my entrance into the Justin Timberlake world. And Lauren Vranek, who's been on the show and a friend of ours, she is a diehard fan of JT. So living with her, and even like in high school, I remember in high school, there was a CD that came out. It was way before 2020 experience, but I don't know what CD. And we went to, maybe it was a Paris Hilton CD. I don't know. She picked me up to go to school, but we stopped at Walmart before school because it was the day the album came out. It may have been a Paris Hilton CD. Sorry. It's one of those. But anyway, she really re-sparked that JT flame. And then the 2020 experience came out, and that CD is just littered with wonderful, wonderful music. There's a part 1 and part 2. Part 2 I'm not as big of a fan of, but part 1 was Suit and Tie and Strawberry Bubblegum and That Girl, Tunnel Vision. So dope.
I feel like you play that one pretty frequently between your like mix of music that we listen to.
Yeah, but I should listen to it more because it's so good. Yeah, some of that music that just like, I don't know, I can just listen to it over and over. I don't have to seek out much new music because you find that stuff that touches you in a way, and like,
I don't have that. I can't think of like any music. I know like I listen to the music that you listen to, but when I think of stuff that I like, it's been a while since I've really enjoyed a band where I feel like I can listen to their songs over and over again. I can't think of any particular like CD or album, whatever, that is just something that I can play on repeat.
There's a lot of those for me, but anything like coming up that if you heard it now, it would be nostalgic and you're like, oh yes, I love this song. I love this band. This is why.
Yeah. I mean, like there's music that if I heard it now after a long time, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is really good, but nothing that I would play over and over again. Like this is okay. Like, oh, I love this. And I'm not even a huge fan of like the old 90s music, you know, like the Backstreet Boys, Justin Timberlake, or NSYNC, Britney Spears. Like when that plays at parties, I'm like, I could, leave it. Like it's meh, it's fine. But
yeah,
I like the old stuff though, even older than that.
I'm into it. Guilty. I like it, but I don't know. Some of it just like, the reason why I like some of it is because it makes me, feel a certain way. And there's like Justin Timberlake, this 2020 experience, all these songs are like 8 minutes long or something. And it could be the same song, but the first half and the second half sound like two completely different songs. And they're both good. I'm like, wow, it's incredible. I think like Bonobo or Nambe, those sorts of like, I don't know, makes me feel a certain way.
Yeah, I hear you. That was the Bonobo. I like that. I like their music, and I feel like I could listen to that a lot because it doesn't have much to it. It's just kind of relaxing. And that one's super weird. Like I can listen to that and I feel like it's like it's got like the nostalgic feel to it. Like it makes you feel like, I don't know, at least it does that for me. But it's not like I can listen to that on repeat over and over again. I have to be like in the mood for it.
He's got so much music that I could listen to. If I just shuffled his music, I could listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it really is like, even if it were turned down extremely low and just a subtle backtrack to my life, I could handle that, you know. American Analog Set might be another band that's just like that, kind of low key, calm, easy listening. But Bonobo, for all of you music people, music of any genre, I do believe it transcends your traditional taste in music. Bonobo, check out the album Black Sands. It's my favorite. It came out in probably 2009. But yeah, check that out. Don't shuffle it. Listen to it straight through with headphones on. It's real dope.
Yeah, I really, really liked their concerts because we've seen them, 2 or 3 times now?
Yeah.
Two
We've
times?
seen them. We've
3
seen
times.
them at least 2 times. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was really good. Well, that concert
I've
was
seen 'em
really good.
Yeah, a couple more times. But he does DJ sets, and then he does like live band sets.
Band, that's so
I've
good.
never gone to just a DJ set because
Neither have I, but
sorry, dude. Sorry, Simon Green. But yeah, when he performs with the band, it's incredible. Just mixing sort of that electronic music with real instruments and
I could imagine.
Singing.
I've never been on any drugs at one of their concerts, obviously, you know that, but I could imagine back in my young days and like dabbling in the drugs that would have been like a pretty crazy experience to see them live.
Yeah.
Like they have really cool visuals too, like at Red Rocks, like that was really cool. Anyways, that was really cool.
And it's like that sort of music where even when there are lyrics, a lot of the times it's just kind of washed out lyrics just so it's the sound of someone singing, but not necessarily can make it out.
But that one lady that sings, she's really
Jardine,
good too. Yeah.
SJZERD, something like that. She's super talented.
I think that she's probably like the best singer I've ever seen live. And that like includes like men and women. Like she was really good.
I'm so glad that she was there because I saw her on a tour in Michigan before I moved out here, and I've seen them before that where it was just like him, a saxophone player, keyboardist, and a drummer. But like
she had a dope outfit too. She had like the fur shawl thing. She's super baller.
And I haven't had social media, or at least like Instagram or Twitter. I haven't had them in quite a while, but I remember she didn't have like much of a following for whatever reason. Like she's so talented. I would have thought, I don't know. Maybe now she's balling out of control, hopefully, but it's pronounced Jardine, but something, I think it's close to that, but it's spelled quite differently than you would think. So yeah, that's they're awesome musicians. Check them out. Bonobo. And
like
then if you want to send us tickets to Red Rocks or Boulder or something like that, let us know. That'd be cool. Just like on the off chance.
Or send us emails with feedback or requests, because we had a certain someone that I can't give a shout out to. Neither of us can, because I don't think he's technically emailed in yet. But Eli is dying to pop his shirt off.
No.
He just needs someone to send us an email and request it.
I was talking about the band leader sending us tickets, not actually like a random person.
No, I'm just saying, like with what you were saying, like, okay, send us tickets, whatever. But to go along with that, we would love for anyone to reach out to us with anything, even any sort of comments.
Yeah, money for socks.
Yeah, that too. But also, again, people want you to pop your shirt off, but they have to send us an email.
Yeah, I don't know about this pop the shirt off thing. I don't think that would go over too well.
With who? The
Good
babies?
call, yeah.
Are there babies watching?
I don't think there are babies watching. I hope there are no babies watching.
Or listening.
No listening babies except our fur baby.
Yeah.
We so very much love our German fans that we got a German Shepherd. So we got it 3.5 years ago.
I was going to say, yep, we just got it yesterday.
We knew you
What
would
a
be
little
there for
ham.
us.
She's doing her shark circles around the kitchen, the living room.
Oh, yep. She's excited. She wants to do something.
It's getting stormy outside. Also, I don't know.
Halle Berry.
It's I feel like we were supposed to get some rain or thunder or something crazy, lightning.
The thunder from down under.
That was like the other night. It was like super crazy stormy. That was really cool though. We were just sitting outside hanging out, and it went from like raining kind of hard to all of a sudden like
down trees.
Yeah, the trees falling down. Like our tree in the backyard, it was like almost touching the ground, like the leaves. It was like, but it got super windy, and all of a sudden the rain was smacking us because it was like whoosh, whoosh. But it was good. I like when it rains.
Yeah. It just
Right
turned
now
up the notch from rain to typhoon, monsoon. Is typhoon in the water?
Hurricane.
Typhoon is like a sea tornado,
Lagoon.
right? Is it a sea tornado?
I don't know.
Come on.
Not like I know that stuff. I don't live in Florida.
Sea tornado. Sea tornado. Let's go for it, B.
Sea tornado.
Sea tornado.
Playing with your little beat machine.
I wish, but it's being a little turd. Oh, that's why.
Because it's not on?
Because I turned down the volley.
See, I can't even hear what you're doing because I don't have any plugins right
Sea
now.
tornado. Oh, you're right.
I don't necessarily want to hear it, though. It's okay. Ooh, it looks like it's raining. Nice.
Yeah, there it goes. Gloomy.
I know, it's really nice, though. It's exciting. I'm really dreading working tomorrow because it feels like I haven't done much the last week because of the holiday.
Yeah, it's always a bummer coming back, but I don't know. It has been weird, but Friday I had a really long day, so that it does kind of feel like a normal weekend after that. So
I'm just super looking forward to the fact that it's like I'm not even excited about the wedding will be fun, but I'm excited for the vacation after that.
Honeymoon.
Like I am so excited to like just get away and not have to work or think about work or do anything. Like it's just going to be really nice.
Honeymoon. Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to that as well. I'm going to be waking up early and wondering what to do because I wake up early. But maybe I'll have schoolwork to work on. Actually, I don't think so. I think we planned it out to where
We tried to. I was just thinking about that myself. I was like, when we were up at, when I was up at the mountain house on the 4th of July, it was like super hot outside and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock. I don't know. I came home around like 5 or whatever, but I just remember thinking like, is it going to be this hot in August? Like, is it? And they were all, yeah, it'll probably be pretty hot. I was like, well, shit. And then you just reminded me, I think we picked a specific date on purpose to kind of avoid you having classes. Cause I was like, why didn't we do it in like September or October? Yeah. But no, it makes sense.
School. Dang it. Always cutting into my personal life.
You could just quit and become like a male escort.
Nobody wants that.
You probably make some quick money. It's kind of like the feet thing, selling socks and stuff like that. If you find the right crowd, you have the right platform and the right following, you could probably make a lot of money for something stupid.
I think I'd have a better chance of being a Ford Escort.
Being a truck.
Just carrying people around. That's a car.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't know.
It's a car.
You're a car.
Damn it. Thanks, B.
You're welcome. So weird thing that happened today, and I've noticed this been happening a lot recently, actually. Like where we will
Rock
like
you.
no, we've both talked about it recently, like where there's like something that we say or something that happens, and then something super similar happens like right afterwards, or like
Nice.
the same thing happens to it. I don't know. It's super weird.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah. But on the way back from my parents' house today, taking out their dogs and stuff, Eli was looking down the canyon, and like I asked him what he was looking at. What are you looking at over there? You're like staring hard, and you were talking about looking like if you live down in that valley, where would be a good like shooting range to go shoot guns if you wanted, and as he's looking, apparently he sees someone actually shooting a gun at like a shooting range down there. I was like, holy
Targets
crap.
and everything. Never seen
Yeah.
it before. We've taken that trip so many times. I was just passenger seat looking down into this valley thinking, man, if I lived here, where would I set this up? And then I just saw some dude's wrist recoiling, and I was like, wow, somebody's doing exactly what I was thinking right now.
Nice.
Like, we couldn't hear it,
Right.
you know?
And it's not even like deja vu stuff, but I can't think of any other circumstances lately. But I know it's happened. Like you had a weird dream. You dreamt about something, and then I had like maybe I was thinking about it, but it sounded like super similar to something that you dreamed, and
Dreamt.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was similar. Yeah, we're dream linked, as they say in the biz.
But yeah, I just feel like that's happened a lot lately. Just certain things that are happening that, like, it's happened before. Again, not even deja vu. It just feels like one thing happens and then it happens again. I don't know. I can't think of
Memento or a butterfly effect or something like that.
I can't think of a particular instance, but the one today, I was like, yeah, that keeps happening. I love Tom Cruise.
I know you love Tom Cruise. You love Tom Cruise. You love Robert Downey Jr.
That's about it as far as actors, famous people go.
Who do I love?
I remember when we did have Instagram and I scrolled through all of your Instagram, there was a lot of Ellie Goulding.
That's right.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That is interesting.
Made me feel like I stood a chance.
Oh, hello. Shots fired. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? I haven't seen a picture of her probably since I deleted Instagram. So,
well, when you were young, apparently. And some other really skinny lady that had like a huge butt, and she looked really small, but she had a huge butt. She's some fitness lady.
Yeah, they probably all know who that is.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair though. Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, those times are gone. I posted on Twitter, but I don't know what I'm doing. Now,
you would really like your favorite famous person that is a lady is Celine Dion.
I mean, maybe I could pick her out of a lineup, but
you can't even picture what she looks like? What?
Come on, I didn't have cable.
She's like, she kind of reminds me of that one lady from Sex and the City. What's her name?
Fart face.
Everyone says she looks like a horse or whatever, but she's like...
Jessica, no.
She's married to Matthew Broderick, right? Is that what his name is?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know who that is, but I don't know. Sarah Jessica Parker.
There you go, bam. But she reminds me of Celine Dion, where they're both kind of like getting older and like wrinkly, but they like...
Getting older.
Are not... I mean, they're both super skinny looking, but Sarah Jessica Parker, I remember... I saw her somewhere on some like meme, or maybe it was like an advertisement on Facebook, but people were like talking shit on the comments. But she always wears like the raccoon eyes, and those make her look, oh God. I'm like, why do you do that? It's like dark all around the eyes. It's crazy, but you're like super old.
Skeleton style.
Yeah. Maybe her eyes are all like, what do you call that? Like, you know.
Bulbous.
Like if someone isn't eating, like their eyes, they're like sunken in.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe she adds the black around to avoid people thinking that.
It's just like, I have gigantic eyeballs. Please look
away.
Yeah, she could. Try to spread it out a little bit. Not so round and in your face.
Bulbous. Reminds me of Bulbasaur. It's Pokemon. We're just talking about that. Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. Bulbasac. Sac is such a weird word. Just think of balls.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's probably the most easy thing to think about.
Balls.
Think of like a insect with all its little nasty insect babies.
Like an insect sack, whatever you want to call those. But yeah, I see what you mean. That's pretty gross. Ew.
Insect.
That's really gross.
Yeah. B, do you mind bringing something up while I refill this?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, nothing. Okay. I thought you were going to give me like a topic to talk about, but I don't know. Let me think about what to talk about before you get up just yet.
Okay.
I don't talk to myself very often or to anyone listening. I guess I talk to Jude a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could talk about her if you want. You could talk about the Yellowstone trip that we went on where I got this shirt from.
Oh, good call. Yellowstone. Will you fill up my water too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny actually because I guess that was a good trip. When I met Eli, it was like a month or two after meeting him. I invited him on this trip with my older brother to Yellowstone, and I'm like actually surprised that he ended up wanting to go with. That was like a really cool trip, and I remember that was before we ever did any sort of hunting or like really any sort of outdoor activities. And I remember it was like hella cold, but there was one night that we were out there, and we were out there for a couple of nights. The elk or the whatever it was, big animals out there, they were making their elk noises like and we didn't know that it was elk at the time, which was crazy. But I mean, it freaked us out. I just remember Eli being more scared than I was, obviously. But yeah, when we learned that was elk, it was like, no shit. We thought it was something bigger and scarier. Although I do know that bears probably don't like squeak, yell. They don't. But that was a good trip. And I remember, I feel like still even on that trip, I wasn't even quite sure if we were considered like together or if that was just like a dating trip. And I didn't realize for the longest time that you thought like we were together like right away.
I mean, that was a pretty big trip just to, I don't think that's just something you do with somebody you're not in a relationship with.
Who knows?
We had 5 guys.
Oh, yeah. That was really good.
Burgers and fries and burgers and fries.
I feel like they always give you a ton of fries. Is that accurate? Like they fill up the bag. They fill up the little carton things with the fries, and then they fill up the bag with fries.
It's been a long time since I've gone, but yeah, it's a Sunday also, and they didn't have many people in there, so I guess they're just shoveling them out, maybe.
Anytime that I've gotten fries, or even Kyle, he's gotten there quite a bit around here since it's close, that they always fill that bag up with fries.
Heavy dumpers?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's just what they do. That's just like a thing. If you go there, you expect to have lots of fries.
Well, it's not the most cost-effective option, but it was really good.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive, so I could see why they give you a ton of fries.
We could go with 1 order of fries next time.
Yeah, for real. It's like all we need. But that's why maybe if anything, I personally feel a little boring today, but I also feel like a slug because we ate like all of the fries that they gave us. Like It was a lot of fries, a lot of potatoes, a lot of bread, a lot of burgies, a lot of cheese.
A lot of burgies.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy this week eating like whatever I want. Although I keep thinking about those s'mores that we were making at the campfire. Like that was awesome. I think I was a little too intoxicated to really enjoy them. It was like just kind of eaten to eat sort of thing. But now I keep thinking about them and I'm like, wow, Sounds really good. So we should go have a campfire up there again soon.
I think I only had one.
I had like 3 or 4 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I did use half of a Hershey bar with my one.
Yeah, what the hell? I remember that. You do like two little squares, like the little rectangle boys. And you did like, how many is in like half? Like 10? Yeah, Jesus. Don't eat that much chocolate.
Wow. I've never been more disappointed.
I'm like all about the marshmallow and the graham cracker though. To be fair, the chocolate, I could really leave it. Wouldn't need it.
No. See, and then some people go next level with the Reese's cup.
We did that once, I think, and it wasn't really that great. It was kind of meh.
But you just said that you could go without the chocolate on the s'more.
Whatever.
So not a reliable
But we
source.
did that and it was kind of meh.
Yeah, I don't know. It was probably good. Maybe I was too drunk that time. Probably not. I don't even remember when we did it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I feel like that was like
Camping or something maybe.
Yeah. And it would have had to been somewhere like close. It's not like we would have packed stuff for s'mores and been like, let's bring some Reese's too. You know, like it would have been at like someone's house or something.
That's true. It would have been dope if we made s'mores when we went to this Yellowstone trip. So this was in September.
Oh, it was cold as
Years
fuck.
ago. It was snowing at night. So that was really awful. We ended up sleeping in the car. It's like...
Yeah, I remember I like drove that entire trip too. And I remember like Jordan saying he would drive. And I think he drove for like 20 minutes. Just because I like didn't trust him. I was like, you're going to fall asleep. Like I'm one of those drivers that when I'm driving long distances, my biggest concern is not like me crashing and falling asleep at the wheel and dying. It's like if there are other people in the vehicle with me, if I crash and they die, I just feel like how sad like would everyone that cares about them be? You know, like I put that on my mind, not like, oh, I can't fall asleep and crash and die. Like I'm more concerned for the people that I'm driving around than myself.
Yeah. I'm not good at night driving.
Yeah. See, that's why I can do it because I just am motivated by not killing people. So
yeah, I guess that sounds like it should be a good motivator. I wish I were motivated by that, but I don't know. But I had that problem like in undergrad of college. I remember this was when I worked at the daycare and my shifts would start at like 6 a.m. So I would, yeah. I would wake up early and I would work there and then I would go to class and I would like, I mean, not only would I be dozing off in class, but I would also be sometimes dozing off on the short car ride from work to the campus. So I don't know. I was like, hey Dad, maybe I need Adderall. And he was like, no, we're going to try B12. And I don't really think that helped, but I just stopped working that early. I was like, I need to change my schedule because I can't be falling asleep in class and at the wheel.
No, it's very dangerous. I remember when I was like, I think it was freshman year of college or something, just out of high school. And like, I remember hearing about someone that I went to high school with in an older class that was driving back from DIA and they fell asleep at the wheel and like crashed and died. And at the time I was like, it seemed so intense, like, oh my God, like they fell asleep and died. But I feel like that's like common, people to fall asleep at the wheel. Like it's gotta be. And it's, you know,
doesn't sound like the worst way to go.
That was like that joke you were making earlier about going 65, dying fast or whatever.
No. I was reciting someone else's joke.
Sorry, I know. I was just saying, but I know what you mean. You were reciting a joke someone else said about dying fast or whatever.
Yeah. Just being old and going fast. Nick Swartzen.
Okay.
When I'm 95, I want to be going 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the old person in front of me driving like 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. That annoys me a lot.
And you called him a turkey.
A turkey?
So any of you listeners who know what she's talking about, when she says turkey in reference to a slow driver specifically?
No, just calling him a turkey.
Like, okay. Never mind.
Doesn't have to be a slow driver.
Okay. That's just
Did you think that was like a thing for slow
Yeah.
drivers?
Well, I mean, I was trying to clarify with you what you were saying, but.
Oh, yeah. No, that's just like I don't know if it's like an insult. And like I said, I feel like it originated from like Seinfeld. I remember hearing someone calling someone a turkey. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, that's the one time I heard it being used like in a way that everyone would hear it. And I know like Jordan's friends have called each other turkeys before.
Uh-oh.
But, yeah, no, I just kind of randomly came out today. I don't know. It's been a while since I've called anyone a turkey, but it's pretty good. I like it.
I used to really like jive turkey. That was good, but I mean, it's not at all the same.
What is jive turkey?
Jive turkey. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's old.
No, go on. Figure it out. What is it? Explain it.
No.
Is
it's
it like
just
this?
It's just something you say.
What
No,
does that
it's
mean?
not a hand thing. I don't know what that means. I don't know. You'll have to ask a sign language expert.
Does that mean poop, maybe?
I thought this one was poop.
This might mean something naughty then, but this something.
Something poopy.
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 Button boy. That's funny. Button. Butts. Scat. Poop for the Germans.
Poop for the Germans.
I've been sitting so crappy for however long we've been sitting here.
Yeah, no, and it's so hot in here. I wish that we could take the window unit and move it in here.
Yeah.
But
You could have probably opened some of these windows up a little bit since it's raining. It's probably cooled off a little bit. But I was really enjoying when we sat down, like the sweat just like dripping down.
oh yeah,
It's like,
I wiped at it. I mean, whatever. It's the reality. I've been
feel pretty
moving
comfortable.
around, setting things up. It's hot, humid in here.
I'm
If
pretty
people
comfortable.
don't understand, then oh well. But I run hot anyway. It doesn't take much for me to get sweaty.
But that's lucky. You probably have a very active metabolism, unlike some of us who have to take medicine for that.
I don't know. It's pretty uncomfortable to just be sweating, though.
It is uncomfortable.
I was sweating at the internship the other day. We're just like sitting there in a group, and I'm like, damn it, I hope people stay focused on what they're looking at in front of them and not look up at me just sweating for no reason.
That reminds me of the time that I met with a client in Denver. And I get like kind of sweaty when I'm nervous, I guess. And I was sitting down and like talking to them about something, and they had leather wheelchairs. And I, was just sitting in the same spot for a long time. And then the meeting was done, and then I kind of shifted, and I realized that like I had sweat a ton on my butt, and like the chair was like wet. And
Leather wheelchairs.
yeah. And I stood up, and there was a lady sitting right next to me, and I kind of locked in, glanced eyes with her, and she looked down and saw that butt sweat puddle. I was like, shit.
You can keep that.
I know, right? I was like, oh, God, that was so embarrassing. They're probably just going to think I'm like the swamp ass girl every time now, but.
There's your tip.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, that was embarrassing though. But now anytime I meet with someone and I know that they have leather seats, and I mean, if I'm wearing jeans or pants, that's not really a problem. But if I'm wearing a dress and it, slides up a little bit. So now I always make sure that when I'm sitting in any chair meeting clients that I'm a little more aware of how sweaty I'm getting, and like shift a little bit if I have to, so it's not all just sweaty in one spot.
You should just wear like 10 pairs of underwear.
Ew. God, that's disgusting. And no, it's just like it's a hot day. I'm nervous, and it's just my skin, like my legs on the leather, and they get warm. So it's not like my ass is sweating.
Well,
I mean, it is. Underwear is not going to do anything though.
Sell the
Oh,
lowest pair. I need to put a laugh track on this thing so I can just have a ha 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 ha.
Oh, people laughing, pretending like it's funny.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
For me.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Yeah. I would like to well, I don't know. Looks okay now. It'd be fun to have more stuff.
What looks okay?
This area, I guess.
The table?
Yeah, the table, the setup.
Yeah, I wonder how we could shift this room. I remember like I was drinking a couple. Oh, really? That's so annoying to me.
It's for the Germans.
That's so gross.
Ich liebe Deutschland.
Yeah.
Sorry, B, what were you saying?
Well, now I
about
forgot because I'm
No,
disturbed
you were
by your
talking
fart.
about. Oh.
I don't know who I don't anyone watching or paying attention. Like, I genuinely don't think it's funny when people fart. I might laugh along to it because everyone else is, or like, haha. But like, it's to me that's disgusting. Like, you can burp all you want, but I get so annoyed with farts.
I'm glad this is my show where I can fart if I need to.
Yeah, that's fine, whatever. And I mean,
but babe,
like,
all
people,
of the male listeners and most of the female listeners.
I know,
farts
and
are funny.
I can think specifically certain people, like your friends that fart, and
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hilarious.
one of them lives here, and yeah, it's funny. You guys can laugh about it, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't fart. I just don't think it's funny. Like, I don't find any humor in it, and I get a little grossed out, but
It's unfortunate.
I just save my farts for the bed after you get out in the morning on your side.
It's really unfortunate that you can't see the humor in it, because like even when I'm alone and I fart, it's still funny. Like, man, I wish somebody could have heard that so we could share.
I don't like
this.
fart to fart though. It's like a fart to like relieve my belly.
So
Usually
boring.
it hurts, and then I just fart, and then I'm better.
Oh my god, yeah, it's
But not
so
humorous.
sad. You could really take advantage of that joyous like antidepressant
No,
multiple times a day, where you could just be blasting off and happy about it.
the burps are okay, but the farts are just like really.
They're really okay.
No.
You just don't see the beauty and the magic. But people fart. It's funny. I think it's funny. Stamp of approval. Sorry, B. Didn't mean to interrupt you, though. You were talking about the design of this setup.
Oh, I know, but that's okay. It's really boring anyways.
I disagree.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. That just the setup. We did that one night, and that was it. And here it is.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had suggestions.
I was gonna talk more, but I got disrupted by your farts. Is that a bee in here?
That's a moth.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's gonna go to the big light probably. There it goes.
You know, it would be nice if you just talked about what changes you would like to see.
No, I don't care for changes. This is fine by me.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, we are turning our home into our hub. Everything that we want to have at home, we have at home. So, got the gym.
Sounds like an obvious thing.
But no.
Our home is our home. Yes, it is.
See, that's where you're wrong. People leave home to do stuff all the time. People stop at the gym on the way home. We don't do that. People maybe go to a class with a teacher to learn how to play a piano or a keyboard. We don't do that. People might have a studio to podcast. We don't do that. We just converted our dining room that's unused in probably most homes. So yeah, I don't know.
That's it. Hub. Just those 2 or 3 things. I mean, we could. Oh, that was a very sarcastic blink.
Sarcastic blink. Okay, all of my male listeners, take note. Sarcastic blink. You could get caught for a sarcastic blink.
We've had this conversation before, where like there are certain like, if you just control how you're blinking, or even like squint your eyes, you can really like give off different senses of emotion. Like your blink was like
sarcastic.
Yeah, very sarcastic, you dick.
Wow.
But yeah, that's nice that we have a lot of things at our home so we don't have to leave. But like those are things that I don't even think a lot of people do. Like I get like some people Like a majority of people that do these things probably go different places to do it, but there's probably not even a lot of people that do that stuff, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever. I like having the gym equipment in the garage. That's like a big perk. But, you know, the podcast stuff, I mean, this is all very nice, but I'm sure not a lot of people do this in their homes.
No. I'm not saying
anywhere.
that like everyone does this. All I'm saying is that the stuff that we do, you and I do, is here.
Right, that's true. That's fair. We don't really have to go, and I don't go anywhere ever. I just get like stir crazy at home because
Go
I'm
to
just
Five
always
Guys.
here.
Go to Chick-fil-A. We get sushi.
That's when we leave the house.
That's when we leave the house. We get cheese curds.
Ugh. I never want to eat again after that hamburger today.
Nah, we'll figure it out. Remember when we were vegan?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Ooh.
Oh.
Big thunder. I wonder if people that seemed loud enough. It probably
Blue sky.
Is it?
Yeah, there I can see the sun.
When I was just outside putting the vacuum cleaner in the garage, it's like really gray out that way. I wonder if it's pushing this way. I don't know. I want to look up the weather now.
Yeah. Yeah. That was interesting. Vegan for a year. Lost a lot of weight. A lot of weight.
Really though? I feel like I pretty much stayed the same. Hi, Peep.
Yeah, I didn't. But I mean, it was just like eating straight up vegetables and fruit. Like legit vegan style. Raw stuff, you know, and it worked.
Nope.
But I don't know. It's nice to not have to be so strict.
I liked the vegan stuff though, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
like
I mean, we still eat a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what we buy, we don't even really buy meat. Like it's just salad stuff. So when we eat out, that's primarily where we get the meat and protein from.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very rare that we get meat here, and we buy a lot of the vegan alternative stuff. You little sweetie. Oh, the baby.
Oh, lots of rain.
I wish we had should get like a little stool here with pads on it, and then she could sit there if she wants, right in the middle. Get her a microphone that she can breathe in.
That would be very...
Speak German to our German fans.
I don't think she speaks German. Just needy dog.
You're wrong. Needy. You're looking at the weather. Chief meteorologist.
Sorry. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to rain, thunderstorm until about 8 o'clock maybe. It's 7 o'clock now, so it's another hour of potential thunderstorms.
Your local weather news live.
Yeah, it's probably a lie though. It's not even going to rain for another I mean, it's raining right now. It's going to stop in like 5 minutes and it'll blow over. The Colorado weather, I feel like, is really hard to read, to tell what's going to happen. They're always wrong. It's always wrong.
I feel like it was that way in Michigan too, but probably everywhere. It's so hard to predict. Well, I don't know. Who am I to say? But it just seems like you're guessing.
Sounds about right to me. And I wonder, like, that's kind of like space shit. Like, I really like outer space, but I just don't know a lot about it, you know? Like, whether, like, how do you determine, like, I know that they've got their little machines or they kind of base it off of, like, previous years. They record stuff, but, like, I know, like, they've got the Doppler radars or whatever, but, like, what is that? I don't know. I don't, obviously.
Even they don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just curious, like, how it works that they can predict the weather. Like, how can you tell what's going to happen? But I get, like, the cold fronts and stuff like that coming through. Like, you can obviously probably predict, like, if you know that the cold air is coming through and it's, like, clashing with, you know, hot air, maybe you're going to get some thunderstorms and shit. But, like, I don't know. How do they even know that? I don't know. It's weird.
Science rules.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill Nye. I don't know, but the local weatherman where I'm from was a celebrity, a local celebrity. Chief meteorologist Keith Thompson.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could find him at the bar.
Nice.
So B, would you rather Sorry. Would you rather buy all of your underwear used or buy all of your toothbrushes used?
I would say toothbrushes.
Really?
Yeah. Used underwear though. Like that sounds so dirty. Like a used toothbrush, like you're putting stuff to clean it on it. You're putting like stuff to clean on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going in your mouth, whatever. But like you can wash it and like you just put some hot water and stuff on it. But like the underwear thing, like I just picture like I get super sweaty when I'm working out. And like, yeah, you can wash the sweat off, but like what if someone's got like diseases and shit and it's just like all up in there? Like I don't.
But mouth diseases are a thing too. It'd be so ew.
Well, I would rather have diseases in my mouth than diseases like all over my area.
Yeah, that's fair. Wow, I don't know. I think.
How about neither? Just kill me. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Hard to settle on that one, but I feel like I would probably take. I really feel like I would want to know that my toothbrush is mine. I don't even really use your toothbrush ever.
No.
Something about toothbrushes very peculiar.
Okay, so what if you could have the dirty underwear, but what if you could put like a layer of protection between like your skin and the underwear?
I guess you could. There's no rule saying no to that.
Well, there
But
you go.
you can't do that with a toothbrush.
No,
Those bristles are
maybe that is the better choice.
straight up. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Let's see here. I'm going to roll the dice and see what pops up here.
I hate the ones where it's like, would you rather like kick a nail or like do push-ups on the wall with like slivers like in your fingernail tips or something gross? I hate that. Ugh.
Yeah, I agree. I don't care about any of that. How about this, B? Would you rather always feel dizzy or always feel nauseous? I guess they're kind of the same, right?
Nauseous is probably always wanting to throw up. That's in my, like, it's like more sick rather. And then dizzy would be like actual, like coming off a roller coaster and being like, woo.
I've thrown up from being dizzy though. Like I've gotten nauseous from being dizzy.
Well, it's easy. Just you're nauseous, you're dizzy. So it doesn't have to be the same thing or one. If you could picture that feeling of nauseousness alone without the dizzy and then picture the dizzy alone without the nauseousness, I would rather be
dizzy.
Really, I'd say nauseous.
Ooh.
Something about being dizzy is just very uncomfortable. I hate that. I've gotten like super drunk before and like laying down trying to go to sleep and then like I close my eyes and everything is spinning and it doesn't even make me nauseous. It's more like I just want it to stop spinning. Like I just want to go to sleep and like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel, but I mean, I don't know. I guess when I feel the spins, I feel like I could throw up at any time. So you get a little worried, but I don't know. Some rough ones this week. Let's move on over to something nice, B. I know
you go first.
We spent some time. Okay, we spent some time with your family. That was awesome. Always a good time celebrating independence of our beautiful country with those who you love.
Oh, wait, I go first now. I feel like dinner last night was very nice. That was very good, like planning a little get together. So thank you to Brian and Chelsea. Like that was really nice. The food was really good and they provided most of that. Well, I know Jake and Rebecca brought some stuff too. So that was like really nice. That was a good time, kind of a good ending to a long feeling-ish weekend. And then lunch today. You didn't have to do that, but Eli bought the Five Guys. So that was my guilt is him to blame, though I suggested it, but it was a nice thing. So
it was fantastic. It was a great choice. Yeah. Last night though was very fun. Brian and Chelsea hosted, had us over with some other friends and ate food and hung out, and it was good. Hopefully they'll be over next weekend, so maybe we can get them on here.
Podcast.
So, yeah, that was nice. Still thankful for you getting me the keyboard, and I'm just continuing to learn.
You should learn like a fun song and bust it out at our wedding and like play it. Like
maybe I will. I am getting better, and I will not stop. Something else nice is I watched this short sort of documentary from Vice about Eiffel 65 and the song I'm Blue.
I saw that not long ago. It was an article.
Did you watch it?
No, it was like one of those Snapchat stories. Like I read the Vice one sometimes because I get bored, and there was something they were like interviewing the blue guy. And what was it about though? We were gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, I've watched some of those other some other ones that Vice does on these people who like come out with one big hit and the whole shebang. But it was pretty neat. I'll wrap it up kind of quickly. From what I remember, I believe that it was like 3 dudes who all worked in the same music studio, and they all did different things. One guy wrote lyrics and sang, one guy played the piano, and they just all kind of came together, and in 2 hours they put the song together. And the dude who wrote the lyrics came up with like 3 different versions. One was normal, one was like a little bit weird, and then the version they used was just like super strange. And so anyway, I remember hearing like all these mysteries about what the dabba-dee dabba-die means. And I guess something nice is that I can settle all of your thoughts, concerns, and worries, skip straight to it, and let you know that it is literally dabba-dee dabba-die. There was no deeper meaning. They decided to, instead of using words, they decided to use sounds that people all over the world could repeat, because they hoped that it could be in stadiums and yeah. So anyway, there's no if I were green I would die or anything like that. So you don't have to worry anymore. Put down your razor blades, and life is good. So yeah, it was pretty cool though. I watched it on the treadmill.
Nice. Yeah, I just saw it in that Snapchat story thing, and I couldn't remember exactly what it was about, but when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah. I watched, so the other one that I watched recently was the Zombie Nation one. People who like...
So like the techno...
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah. That one's annoying to me.
Nah, it's good. But yeah, things are good. Life is good. Back at it.
Yep.
This week.
Busy month and a half, and then it'll be smooth sailing for a while. Nothing to stress about or worry about, plan for. It'll be very nice.
Yeah. So, hey, do you want to wrap it up? Because we can.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know much else. Got to save some fun things. My life's not that interesting. So
there are so many things that we could just talk about. If we wanted to, we could have talked about the Yellowstone trip for a long time. We just chose not to. So there's tons, I don't know if my camera died or is dying, but either way, we're all done here. So take care, guys. We will see you all next time. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. takingthecredit@gmail.com. Send in whatever, and we'll do whatever with it. All right. See ya.